Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ambassador's Lounge. Today, a significant development has taken place in the Middle East. Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, and Turkey have signed tripartite defense agreement amongst themselves. It was signed in Mecca today. It is now being called as a joint defense agreement between the three countries. This is something very important in a sense that Pakistan and Saudi Arabia had already signed a mutual defense agreement in September last year. And the new agreement says, although the details have not come out yet, but some of the details that are known through various sources is that this is not going to replace the other agreements that have been signed between the three countries amongst themselves. But it's a very significant development in a sense that it is happening at a time when Iran has threatened through not only itself, but through its proxies, that if its infrastructure will be targeted by United States, then it is going to target the infrastructure in terms of energy infrastructure, oil refineries, civil infrastructure, etc. Water plants will also be targeted across the Gulf region. So we have to see what are the implications of this trilateral agreement, against whom this defense agreement will work, whether it is an offensive agreement or it's a defensive agreement. But it is being said that it's a defense agreement. But anyways, I'm joined by my colleagues, Ambassador Asif Durrani and Ambassador Imran Yawar, to discuss this particular subject. Welcome, gentlemen, to the show. Let me have your first impressions about this development today. How significant it is.
Thank you, As. I think this agreement was in the offing. After Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, they signed the comprehensive strategic agreement last year in September. The dialogue was on. And you have seen the frequent visits of our Prime Minister to Turkey, and Turkey's top leadership coming to Pakistan. Similarly, their interaction with Saudi Arabia. That was already there, and it was in the offing. And then in between, if you have seen that during the past few weeks, Kuwait has also ratified the defense agreement with Pakistan. So it could be a precursor that the countries of the region, perhaps, and already we were discussing about the new security architecture in West Asia. I consider it as a precursor. Reason is that the dialogue was on these issues. And this has come to fruition today as far as these three countries are concerned. Ideally, I think Iran should also be part of it because of the contiguous borders, Pakistan, Iran, and Turkey, which are also the founding members of RCD and ECO.
Absolutely.
So in that, and then they in fact have stood by each other in different regional and international forums. And Saudi Arabia is also part of it. So it would be a win-win situation if Iran is also part of it, as well as other Gulf states. So that way you can say a comprehensive architecture of West Asia, security architecture of West Asia would come into being. But let's celebrate this tripartite comprehensive defense agreement. And yes, there will be different views, there will be criticism, there will be suspicions. Those are there. But, and that is natural because people who are not part of the dialogue, perhaps they may hazard their own guess. But at the same time, the reality is there. So today's reality is that this pact has come into being.
Imran, do you agree?
He has made a number of points. Some I agree, some I don't. You see, first of all, this agreement, it's not an offensive. I don't believe it would be.
It is being said that it is defensive, certainly in nature.
It's defensive in nature. Defensive in a way that, if our friends are attacked, we will react or we will respond, not necessarily to the use of force, not necessarily by committing our forces through it. There would be a lot of other means, other areas through which we can cooperate or we can assist them. That would be intelligence sharing, that would be joint defense production, etc. So these are the things. To celebrate such an agreement, I think we did celebrate the agreement with the defense agreement with Saudi Arabia. Again, we need to understand what these agreements are. What do they signify? Yes, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan have agreed to sign this. But what does this entail? I don't think we know what are the clauses, what are the different areas it would be covering.
Okay, Asif, as you said that negotiations had been going on for the last 1 year or so about this agreement. Do you think that the current security situation, I mean, since January 28th, when Israel and United States launched attacks against February, 28th February, they launched attacks on Iran, has actually provided a fillip to early conclusion, perhaps of this agreement, and is it also reflective of the fact that United States' credibility as security provider to Gulf countries, for its allies, has put a big question mark on them, and they are trying to kind of move towards a minilateralism, whereby by engaging Pakistan and Turkey, two formidable military forces in the Islamic world. So how do you look at this situation?
For me, if you ask me personally, United States is an intruder in the region. It has always been an intruder, and it wanted to protect Israel.
Okay.
But I'm not going into that debate. The issue is that Iran has been attacked, and the entire world has been impacted, including Pakistan. Yes, we have played the role of a mediator, and we should continue to play the role of a mediator because we enjoy the confidence of the parties. At the same time, we are strategic partners of Saudi Arabia, which was, you have seen last year, it was culminated into an agreement. Now, Turkey is joining that. What does it mean? It means that the countries of the region are concerned about the security of the region, and they have seen, especially the Gulf states, that the bases they had offered to the US could not protect them. In fact, those became the target, and those became the enemy territory for Iran to attack them, because from those bases, United States launched attacks. And therefore, I think the time has come that it is up to the countries of the region to take the defense of their countries as well as the region in their hands. And this is precisely it has happened. So United States should not be worried about that. In fact, rather it is a burden sharing, quote unquote, for the
Trump will be happy about that.
They should be happy. And more importantly, if there's peace, it means more business. And if more business means that it is also business for the United States and all other countries.
Wonderful. Okay. Imran, if, as Asif has said, that it has the blessings of Mr. Trump, this trilateral agreement, what does it mean? I mean, is it then primarily targeted against...
No, Riaz, let me correct. I didn't say that it has the blessing of...
Blessings, okay, but tacit. Okay, tacit.
We are talking about the United States, not Trump.
Okay, the United States did not object to that. So against whom this trilateral agreement?
I think the reason why United States did not object to it is that the Saudis, the UAE, the Emiratis, they are not distancing themselves from the Americans. US will remain as the principal security provider. We must understand that. US will remain the principal security provider for the Gulf countries. What they are doing is they are diversifying their defense. When Pakistan, when Turkey, when Saudi Arabia join, they are diversifying their defense. Saudi defense minister was in US, the MBS was in the US, so that is going to stay there. We can America to think that Americans are going to leave the region. I think that would be wrong. Now, as far as the security architecture is concerned, yes, the region would need a security architecture. It is still in the initial stages whether this is going to be the start of what the future is going to be, what the future architecture would be. But then we must understand that this architecture or the future architecture, security architecture, which we are going to see this thing, it will not revolve around defense pacts. It will revolve around more of intelligence sharing or defense production or things like this, which will enable the countries' maritime security, guarding the sea lanes. This is something which the future security architecture of this region will look like. This defense agreement which we are seeing, it is definitely not directed against Iran. We cannot afford to do that. But of course, we know that how Turkey has been criticized by the Israelis, particularly their Prime Minister aspirant, Mr. Naftali Bennett. He was very critical, and they also see Pakistan as a principal enemy. So I believe that this thing would be more. This could act as a deterrent for Israel's foreign forward policy or their ultra right-wing politicians.
Okay, Asif Varani, Saudi spokesperson, he said that he categorically denied the fact that this is not a Sunni axis which is being developed, right now. But
that's what Naftali Bennett said.
Yeah, exactly. And the backdrop against which this development has certainly taken place is that Houthis have attacked, Saudi Arabia particularly, and Iran has also threatened, the Gulf countries that if it is attacked by United States, it is not going to spare any country whatsoever. So, why do you think? Who's the culprit actually against whom this particular development has taken place, especially at this time?
As regards Houthis, they are a non-state actors.
Yeah.
You have to deal with them, which is why I think, if you recall, the Riyadh agreement of 15 countries who have joined this made the maritime force.
Absolutely, yes. Early May, yes.
And it is meant for this purpose, that you have to make Bab al-Mandab a free passage.
Yeah.
So if there are threats from the Houthis, that would be tackled under that arrangement. With regard to Pakistan, Turkey, and Saudi Arabia, why they have come closer to that? Reason is Pakistan has got the force, Turkey has got the technology, Saudi has got the money. When they three join hands, I think we are talking about quote-unquote big business, not only in the defense field, but also from the economic point of view.
Energy and, of course, everything. Absolutely.
One.
They say that even AI will be shared by Saudi Arabia.
Secondly, it would also give the other side, if they want to, in fact, be adversarial to us or to these three countries, they'll have to think twice before taking any action, because it is not that on each incident Pakistani forces are going to Turkey or Saudi Arabia or vice versa. It's not that.
But we have moved assets, military assets to Saudi Arabia also.
That is not something new. We are doing that since 82 onwards. This is not something new. So that has been there, yes. But now it has been institutionalized. And in that manner, I think that the command structures and that I'm sure under the agreement they would have discussed that. Because without that, it's not going to happen, because they may have catered for future eventualities which may crop up. And therefore, when you call it a comprehensive pact, so it means all aspects have been taken care of.
Including nuclear?
No, the nuclear, don't include that nuclear, because nuclear is Pakistan's, and it is India specific.
Yeah.
Let's make a distinction.
Right. Yeah.
Others may be commenting like your question, yes. But for us, and I think we would have made it clear, of course, to all
That
the
nuclear umbrella is not available, certainly for
we are
anybody
not
else.
talking about that aspect. It is meant purely and purely for India.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's very clear. So that's why we have not increased the range of our missiles beyond India.
Okay.
Right. So this is what we are trying to. So I think those are the questions are those questions are likely to be raised.
Yeah.
But from Pakistan's perspective, and having dealt these subjects in our previous career, so I think it is very clear. Yes.
Okay. Last question, Imran. How do you look at this role of Pakistan? Pakistan is one of the key mediators in the Middle Eastern conflict, which is going on right now for the past 5 months or so. Do you think that, by signing this trilateral defense agreement, are we compromising our neutrality as a mediator? And two, a short comment on, is it being termed as Pakistan's military overreach, defense overreach, in the region?
First of all, your first question, I don't think it will compromise our neutrality, because this agreement is definitely not against Iran. It is directed against the possible threat which the region can face in form of, I believe, it is in form of Israel's regional expansion, its desire for hegemonic tendencies in the region. It is primarily a defensive pact against that. It will not involve, first of all, I have not read the agreement. There are so many things about it which we do not know, which are hidden.
Nobody knows about it.
And nobody knows about it. So what this pact actually is, what it envisages, it's all speculation what we are saying. Again, coming to what I said, this is not against Iran. It is common sense. It cannot be. We cannot proceed. We cannot move again. I believe it is more towards Israel's expansionist tendencies. You see, over a period of time, we have seen its policy has become more assertive. Its policy making has landed in the hands of ultra-rightists who believe that, who still dream about the greater Israel.
Greater Middle East.
Greater Israel. They still dream about that. And their power is going to them. And you see, in Israel, whether it's right-wing or left-wing, on one thing the whole country is united. That is the security of Israel and extension or expansion of Israel. So I don't think our position on Iran or our neutrality as far as it's concerned is compromised. And then I don't think we have received any comments from the Iranian leadership about this agreement. I know that they did comment positively. They didn't say anything negative about our treaty with Saudi Arabia. About this thing, again, I don't think they will say anything negative about that. They should not say anything negative about that.
Wonderful. Thank you, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard the discussion. We do not really know any details of this trilateral agreement that has been signed today. But as the time will pass, I think we will be able to know more as to what has been agreed upon and how it is going to affect the new security situation, new security environment in the Middle East. Right now, everybody is speculating, but this is certainly a formidable development as far as Pakistan is concerned, because we are also one of the effectees of the war that has been going on for the past 5 months, and we want the war to end as soon as possible. We will continue to play our role as a credible mediator, because Pakistan is in a unique position where it enjoys the trust of Iran. It has working relations with Mr. Trump, United States. and also Pakistan is very close to Gulf countries, as far as bilateral relations are concerned. So we will keep discussing about it as the situation will unfold. Until then, Allah Hafiz from here, but please continue to subscribe to our channel and send our comments. Thank you. Goodbye.